thought Friday the 13th, how can you use Friday the 13th? So I googled Friday the 13th this morning.
Did you?
And marketing, just to see what it came up with. And it came up with a lot of ways to use a mask and a hockey stick.
Really? Yeah.
To do some clever stuff. But I wondered whether maybe actually you could positively use Friday the 13th as a way of doing some good marketing and how it could work.
Yeah, I mean, Friday the 13th is a scary thing. So you could scare people into wanting to buy your product, and that might sound like a slightly daft thing to say, but actually there is some truth in the idea.
What's up today?
Yeah, exactly.
You need.
Yeah, exactly.
Product X.
Yeah, exactly.
Meet the Beast. Beast knows everything. Hey, what's this?
The Google event I went to, so where B2B buyers basically will do 12 searches across the buying process. And out of those 12 searches, they'll only ever be searching for 2 brands, which means that if you're not in that space as a brand, the brand recall, the brand recognition, whatever, isn't there, you're never even going to get searched for in the first place.
See, it's interesting. Quite a while ago now, I must stop doing it quite a while ago. But before I think real PPC came in, marketing campaigns were saying search for and giving you the search term they wanted you to look for, and you could find it. Yeah. As opposed to, and I know, okay, so customers have got a bit smarter and they're all doing their own work, but maybe there is actually a need to go back to that, and then you can invent anything you like. Go search for pink pig. Yeah. And you'll find what you're after.
Yeah. Well, so like, what do they call it? Branded search terms. Yeah. And that's the way people are almost measuring brand awareness these days, through branded search terms.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and it's interesting to see how. So I guess some businesses have come on from, well, PPC is doing a really good job for us, but it's not doing a good enough job for us, and we need to go back to how can we just make people talk about us more in the real world, so that when they're ready to buy from us, they remember us.
Okay, so we're just sitting here thinking there was something that we needed to talk about, and neither of us can actually really remember what it is, which led us on to a point which is quite interesting, which is about where do ideas come from. And ideas are really funny things. It's very difficult to manufacture an idea. You can manufacture an idea. There are kind of techniques to get to a place where you've got something that's kind of okay. And certainly due diligence, which Joe was telling you about earlier, diligence is really important, and also that inquisitiveness. But ideas, where do they come from? Where was your last big idea from?
Oh,
what were you doing?
I don't know what my last big idea was, to be honest with you, but I do know that the majority of the time my ideas come when I'm in the shower, walking to the train station, or on the toilet. That is where my good ideas come from.
Toilets feature very highly in the creation of big ideas. Now, I don't know what it is about the human process that does that, but quite often when you say to people, where do your best ideas come from? Showers and toilets are right up there. Okay, there's been a huge amount of talk about technology and what it can do for marketing, and it absolutely can, there's no doubt about that. I think as a tool it is brilliant. As a piece of growing technology, which it is always doing, I think it's brilliant. But I would like to introduce you to something that is potentially even more powerful than all of those things, and that is this. Yes, the humble Sharpie, and I believe this little weapon is very possibly the most powerful tool out there, and something I've been using for a very long time. And this is where kind of ideas don't come from, but this is how we express them.
Social is one of the places where people behave in a more human manner, which might sound like a bit of a daft thing to sort of say, but we are communicating. It's a social environment, and people are more chatty and more human, and we need to try and bring that out of our brand. So, like, I think there's two basic things that content should be doing for you in social media. One, it should be trying to engage your audiences in a really fun and interesting way. And then the other one is hitting your business objectives. And the thing is, you can't really hit your business objectives without having an engaged audience. So you need to do some fun, playful stuff.
Absolutely. But there is also the sort of the default position of, we're a business and we need to be business-like.
Yeah.
But then you're in a whole sea of everybody being slightly business-like. And to be playful in that environment, actually, as long as it's still relevant, but that playfulness can be then slightly unexpected, can be a really powerful way of actually getting messages across.
I think people should do that more.
So, be more playful.